So hello my crochet friends, how are you guys today? I accidentally took a day or two off from organizing my yarn because the other day I woke up with a headache, and if you ever wake up with a headache, you know it just kind of sets the tone for your day. It wasn't until hours after I got up I realized it was a sinus headache because I was having an allergy attack that I wasn't paying any attention to. So it did really set the tone for my day. So I did take a day off from taking the yarn out of bins and then putting it into my new shelf system. So today is Saturday, March 15th, and I do have a small pile at my feet that I need to take care of because I did bring up a box last night before I went to bed, and like I said in a previous video, it's a Shapeys box. It's the color pack, and it's Katona, which is 100% mercerized cotton, and it's all these little samples. I bought this years and years and years ago, so it was sitting downstairs in my yarn pile, so I brought it up. So now I have to find a place to put it in here, right? But unfortunately, I have this I need to move because I tucked this into my kids' bedroom because I didn't have any room for it. It's just extra cubbies that don't fit into what I have here. And then a pile of books and a pile of books. I was storing them in my kids' room, so now I don't have a lot of space to walk, so I have to move all that and put that away, and then we'll go find a bin and take all the yarn out of the bin. I've been pretty good. I emptied all my bags that were upstairs here in my room. Like, I still have yarn downstairs in my living room, and some of it is in bins and some of it is in bags. But up here, all the bags are empty. The 2 cardboard boxes that I had, which were Home Depot boxes, they've been emptied. And then I've been going through the clear bins, taking yarn out, and then taking those black Home Depot bins that had blankets in it and moving them into the clear bins. So there's been very much a system going on, and I've been following the system. So I have no more bags I need to empty up here, no more boxes, and I'm just down to clear bins that have yarn in them that I need to put here on my shelf, my little cubby shelf. Right, and it's filling up, but I mean, I still got room to put things in there. So let me go find a place for the Shapeys box, which I'm thinking I have some room up there. Maybe I'll put it up there. And I definitely need to move the books out of the way. I have no idea where I'm going to put the books yet. Maybe I'll just move them into my room for the moment. Alright, so let me figure out my game plan, and I'll get right back to you. There we go. That's better. Now I got clear floor space. So where did I put it? I just threw it on my bed. There's 2 stacks of books, which I have more crochet books than that. There's the extra storage unit. And this is where we're at today. So, let's see. I filled this one up with blankets. I filled that one up with blankets. And that one. So since these are blankets, I'm going to move them off the pile. And that one right there. Those are blankets that I did in the last video. And I moved them out of the dark bins into the clear bins. So I'm going to move them out of the way so I can see about the bins on the bottom that I need to be working through. Oh wait, this is my sample bin. And I haven't gone through that one yet. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bins to move out of the way because they've already been sorted. And how about this guy right here? Everybody say hi to Arlo. It looks like he's hanging out with me for a little bit today. Can you say hi? There we are. They're a pretty kitty. Alright. So once I move, because I have no other place to put these for the moment, so I can't just keep putting them back on the pile at the end of the day. So I have to move them out of the way to get to the stuff on the bottom that I haven't done yet. So here we go. Okay, so I can't quite move this bin yet because Arlo hasn't moved yet. It's where he was sleeping. He was taking a nap when I had come up, so He's still a little bit sleepy. He's not ready to leave the bin yet. So what I'll do is, while he's still sitting here, I don't know if you can see it. This is a bag of bags. All the bags that I've been emptying. So I am going to count them and write it down and see how many bags I have emptied since I started this project a month ago. That was Arlo talking to me. He's a very talkative cat. Alright, ready? I don't know what kind of angle is here, but hopefully it's working. Alright, I've got one bag, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my goodness, I didn't think I'd hit double digits. 11, and the one that they're all sitting in is 12. So I'm actually going to write that number down, and I'm going to take all these I'm going to take these bags and I'm going to put them right outside in the garbage. So I brought a little notebook up with me today. I'm going to keep track of some things. And I've already filled up a whole bunch of pages. I was working on my idea for a crocheted sweater last night, so I wrote down notes. So far I've got 12 bags that I've emptied, and they're all shapes and sizes, you know, but still 12 of them. And then I did 2 cardboard boxes. Those are already out in the trash. Alright, so let me go take these down since Arlo is still on that bin, and hopefully he'll come down with me and move himself. Ready? Watch. I think he's taking a bath. Pretty kitty. Where'd I go? Here we go. I think Arlo was a dog in another life because he's always moving his tail like dogs do. Oh. Should we start a YouTube channel just for Arlo, huh? Do you want to be the star of the show? Do you? I need to move this bin, baby. I need to move this bin. I got work to do today. You gonna move it? I'm gonna move the bin with you on it. No. Okay, alright. You stay there. I'm gonna grab this one and take it into my new crochet closet. It is a crochet closet. My crochet room, yarn room, I don't know. Okay. There you go. You stay right there till you're good and ready to go. Now, I know what's in this bin. This is... I got this from my mom. She graciously just gave me the whole bin. It is full of Bernat Baby Sport. Like, these on the top don't have labels. Hold on. Now, I fell in love with this. I found this, this color right here. I think it's called Tulips. Tiny Tulips. I found this in my local Walmart years ago, and I bought 2 balls of it, and I have used it to make projects. And then I only have a little bit left. And when I saw this at my mom's house, I'm like, I have got to have that. I love this yarn. So besides the Tiny Tulip color, which you can see that there's multiple of those, there's also... well, I don't know. I think that color is just baby. You can see how pastel it is. And then there's this one that's got the blues and the greens. And this one that's got the greens and the pinks. And that one is more pink and purple with some greens. I know the color, the lighting is a little off today. Citrus sorbet. I don't know. So, I need to find a place to put all of this. Probably right there. Yeah, I'm gonna rearrange what's already in there and then put all this in there. So, citrus sorbet. So it's a number 3 light DK weight. It's 100% acrylic. Did I say this was green and pink? It's more of a peachy color. I like this one. I like them all, actually. Let's see. Could put all the same colors together. That's 2. Wow, okay, they're still in plastic. I'm taking these out of the plastic. I know some people like to store all of their yarn in plastic. I do not. You don't have to worry about bugs. Watch that one in there. There we go. Alright. Ooh, another one. This color right here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls of it. Skeins. Hanks. So much. Let's see. 240 grams or 8.5 ounces. That's a lot of yarn. Do they put the yards in meters on here? 816 meters, 892 yards. That is a lot of yarn. And I think it would lend itself really well to my Patchwork Squares blanket, but the baby version. Okay, so let's do, why don't we do the pink color next? The tiny tulips. This one's my favorite. Now, I've already used some of this yarn. I made a crocheted basket out of it, which I don't think is up here in my pile yet. Alright, let's do the blue. There's not a lot of the blue and green, which is a shame because it's a really good color. I really like it. Funny prints. I don't know why they called it funny prints. Okay, so wow, this one's really misshapen without the label on there. I think somebody tried to use it and then decided not to. It's an odd shape. So only 3 of this one. Only 1 of the baby, which is a super pastel. I mean, those, the yellow, the blue, the green, the pink, they're so light. They blend in with the white so well. Then there is a ball of just plain old white. So you can do trim or joining them, nice, or a border. And I'm not going to count these as bags being thrown away because they were in a bin and they were just all individually wrapped. There was also Red Heart Baby Sport in here, which I am putting it over there because I got Red Heart Baby Sport over there in pink. And a bag of leftovers. These are not my leftovers. They were the leftovers that came in the bin. Because while my mom gave me this bin of yarn, somebody else had given it to her. Well, let's see. Ball of blue. Plain old blue. It's nice. Some pink that feels like a 4-weight. And some white that feels like a 3-weight. So I do have a shelf over here that has hand-wound balls of yarn that don't have any labels and that cannot be identified. So I'm going to take them out of the bag and stick them over there on the shelf. There we go. So Bernat Baby Sport, is that what I called it? It's all tucked in there, nice and neat. We have an empty bin. Ah, there goes Arlo. So now we can go move that bin he was laying on. And this one, I can put some finished blankets in there. Well, we are moving right along. Let's see what is in this last bin that I cannot see in. Alright, there is a corner-to-corner blanket. I don't think I've done a video on that. A waffle stitch. I know I haven't done the video on that one. Look at that. Lion Brand ice cream yarn that I can frog and put in another project because it didn't quite work in this one. And here's the gray color. Oh, look at that one. Okay, I think I'm going to take these and put them with my Lion Brand ice cream yarn projects that I'm currently working on, because more than likely I'm going to frog these. Let's leave those out. And I'll explain what happened with them, why I wasn't happy with that. Here is a crochet along I was working on that I gave up partway through because it got to be too involved. Oh, it's got stitch markers all over the place. It's called Carousel. And I really liked my color combinations, which thankfully the yarn is still in there. And then I was doing it in another color. Okay, so these can go in on the Home Depot shelves because they're partial projects with the yarn still attached to them. Okay, and that is another empty bin. So that can leave my room. Excuse you, mister. I need that bin. Okay, so I can't do this with just one hand, so I'm going to go find some room for these projects, okay? Okay, so that only leaves 2 blankets in this bin. So I actually have more blankets here that don't fit in the bins that I currently have sitting over there. So we'll throw my spider stitch blanket in there. And yes, I have multiple spider stitch blankets. This little one, which I absolutely love. The pink, the yellow, the orange together. Oh, it's so cute. How about one of my Karen cake blankets. Here we go. That's better. Okay, let's put the lid on this one. call that one done for the day. There are times when I go out yarn shopping at the stores. Not that I can go yarn shopping at stores anymore, because now all I have left is Michael's. That I will take sample colors with me. I just tie a knot in it, stick it in my purse, in my bag, and see if I can match colors. So there's an orange, a pink, 2 shades of green, and one that's a bit of a red-orange color. So I actually consider this one of my samples, which this is my sample bin right here. So I'm going to put that in there real quick. Go. So I had to rearrange just a little bit. My Shapies Natural History Crochet Along, the blanket part's up there now with a ball of yarn, and then the Carousel Crochet Along is here, and then my alternate color in the purple is there. I just have to put the panels up there. So see these panels? Very triangular, very wedge shaped, and very much like my new pattern for a Christmas tree skirt. But these are smaller. The Carousel was definitely way smaller, so it's very similar. Don't worry, I didn't steal anybody's pattern. Alright, so see my scarfy yarns in there. Alright, let's go see if we can find another bin. Empty another bin. Okay. So my pile is definitely getting smaller, so we know this is my samples. I think it's these two right here. This one that's got yarn and projects in it, and that one's got yarn and projects. Possibly that one down there too. I don't know. I'm just gonna grab one of them and start going through it. I just want to show you real quick before I take this downstairs. This is the linen stitch where it's a single crochet, chain one, single crochet. When you come back in the next row, you do your single crochet in the chain one space. It's called the linen stitch, the moss stitch, the it's got various names because it's also very similar to a stitch in knitting. So, and then it's also similar to where you do half double crochet and a slip stitch, which I think that one's more the moss stitch. So anyway, it is the Lion Brand ice cream yarn. It is in the blue color. I don't know what they call it. That's just 2 different shades of blue that fade into white and then back again. I was trying to make a baby blanket out of it, but it's actually, to me, it's not wide enough. But it came out kind of long, so it was very rectangular shaped, and I wasn't happy with the shape, but I am happy with the drape and the texture of it. But I am going to frog this. And then I also made one in the pink color. Which came out almost the exact same size. Actually, I think it did. If I line them up, there's a possibility the same size. Well, I think the pink is just a little wider. But they have been in my project pile for like 10 years now. So I did one in this multiple color. Which is not the Tutti Frutti. I don't remember the name of this color. And then I had a thought where, you know, maybe I can just stitch them all together and make one big blanket where, you know, this would be on one corner, this would be on another, and then this would be on another. And these 3 colors work really well together. Or I can stitch them all together and make it really long. And then I made one in the cookies and cream color, which is the gray and the white, and it really threw me off because I don't know, and I also did this black border and I just didn't like it. So this one I know for sure I should frog it. Send the yarn over to my mom since she's making a project out of this gray color. But these 3, I'm still undecided, but either way I'm gonna go stick it with all of my Lion Brand yarn downstairs, ice cream yarn. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to sit for a few minutes because when I opened that bin and I opened that bin, they're a bit overwhelming. They're not full of yarn. I think they're full of squares. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. So I'm going to go sit and think. Okay, friends, I know that I am at the point where my storage solution is not going to be able to hold everything. I wanted all of my unused yarn in one spot. And I'd say 90% of it is there. But then I'm coming across all the other stuff. The hooks, the pom-pom makers. A project in here. The baggies that have leftover yarn and notes. And then a pile of notes and books. Empty bin, empty bin. Fabric, fabric, fabric. And I'm running out of room. Like, I'm going to put the rest of my variegated yarn there. But that one's almost full. That one's full. And it's spilling over onto the top. Yeah, I got a little bit of room in there. And now this here, I'm going to fill this one with what's in this bin. And this bin is my first ever granny squares that I just never did anything with. Because I've been a lifelong crocheter, right? It's been over 40 years now. But, I didn't get the hang of granny squares till, what, 10, 15 years ago? Could never quite get those corners. So, it's a whole pile of granny squares. And then this one, which is a hybrid of a traditional and a solid granny square. And then all that down there is all of my Caron Simply Soft, where I bought one of every color and I made a granny square, a traditional granny square, a solid granny square, and corner to corner squares, which are all in this bin. And this is where I get discouraged, because where am I supposed to put all of this stuff? When it is stacked up in bins and boxes and bags, I can't see it, and then I forget all about it. So taking it out of the bags is a good thing. So now I can see what yarn I have. Taking it out of the boxes is a good thing. And I can see projects that I have left behind for so many years. And then even taking them out of the clear bins where I can sort of see through it and I know what's in there, but you still kind of forget. I need everything out where I can see it, but I need it organized and contained. And I just don't have space in my house big enough for it. This little closet that I'm sitting in, part of it is only 5 feet by 6 feet maybe, with this little alcove here. It's not going to hold everything. I'm trying, because I'm trying to keep the floor clear. I'm trying really hard to keep the floor clear so I can come and go. But I'm running out of room. And I'm getting discouraged. And I don't want to do this anymore. But I'm going to keep doing it anyway. I'm going to take everything out of this bin. Sit it in that box so I can see it better. And if there's room, I will add more to it. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to see this project all the way through to the end. I'm not going to start it, only work halfway, and then give up and walk away. And then cry about it a year from now. I'm not giving up. Alright, so here we go. I've got 16 granny squares when I finally figured it out, and I've got 16 of them. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds of color, 2 rounds of white, and then the last round is a single crochet. Actually, I like all my yarn tails on the up on the corner, so I'm gonna make sure they're all facing the same way. Okay, let's see, purple. And then we'll do the blues. Put them in rainbow order. Blue. Put some teal in with the blue. And green. Oh, I do have another purple. What comes next? Rainbow Eyes Yellow. Oh, I do have an orange. I did go for a full rainbow effect, didn't I? And red. And 2 shades of pink. And then my modified hybrid squares. Oh, I did change the way I did that. And then I should have like 80 of these because Karen Simply Soft has like 80 colors. These are my corner to corner squares. That's a bright neon color. I don't even think they make that anymore, do they? I don't know. Okay, my friends, it's time to get over my moodiness. I do get a little cranky and moody when I don't eat. I can get so focused on what I'm doing that I forget that I need to eat. And it was late in the day, and I hadn't had a solid breakfast, and I didn't do any lunch, so I had to eat. It makes me feel a little bit better, but also at the same time, I enlisted the help of my husband when I was done eating to come up and I guess make me feel better about what I'm doing, that I am on the right track, even though I am feeling overwhelmed and I'm feeling disillusioned because I've got so much stuff. And then you realize when you're trying to organize it how much stuff you really have, because there's no room for anything else. So short of buying a bigger house, what's a girl to do? Go cry in a corner somewhere, I guess. So what I did is I'd been coming across blankets that I had done in 2022 when I started my channel. I was pulling things out of my project pile and showing you guys how I made these blankets. And my end goal was to make sure that they were completely finished and then list them on Etsy and sell them. Well, I've sold 2 blankets since 2022. One to a viewer, and then one just recently before Christmas in 2024, because I'm not listing them. I just threw them right back in the project pile. So while I would like to get all of my yarn in one spot, the blankets were in my way. So with the help of my husband and going through my own videos, I have pulled out all the blankets from 2022 that I have done in a video. I pulled out all the blankets from 2023. And I really didn't do too many blankets in 2024 because we were too busy doing a patchwork squares crochet along, right? So here is my pile. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 bins and a handful of blankets on the top there. So it goes down. This is 2024, 2023, 2023, 2022, 2022. Or is it 2023, 23, 23, and then 22? It is something like that. So I have no place to put them. So this is where I'm at in my room. Over here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bins and a bag. Those are the blankets that I haven't done videos on yet. Okay, so that is the remainder of my project pile. Over here, this is my samples bin, so as I come across more samples, I've been putting more in there. This is just all Hirschner's 2-ply Afghan yarn. I just left it in that bin and not tried to put it in my storage unit. A bin that I need to take the yarn out and organize it and put it away. Another bin that I need to organize the yarn. All my books are moved in here now. I asked my husband to watch his feet when he's walking. The dresser that I took out of the old bathroom / closet, this does have yarn in it. I do need to take the yarn out of that. And this small pile is blankets that I have done videos on, but I actually haven't finished the blankets. So I did videos. I was supposed to finish them and then list them, and I didn't do it. The bin underneath of it is squares and whatnot that need to be taken out and decided what I'm going to do with them. So I'm at a room. And yeah, well, I know I have space here, but I don't actually have any shelves or storage units that are skinny enough to fit there. So I have to find another way to utilize this space here on this wall. So that's the exterior wall that goes to the outside. This here is where it's a chimney stack, even though I don't have a fireplace. It's for the furnace. So I don't want to drill into this and hang anything here because I don't know where this chimney stack is on the inside of this. So I'm out of space. I'm out of time for today because it's late in the afternoon. I'm out of patience. I'm out of energy. So I am done for today. I feel like my videos have been very chaotic. It's just that once you get into it, like once you open a bin, you're like, oh, okay, it's got a little bit of everything in there. So you can't just do one thing. You've got to do 5 different things. And then when you open the next bin, you're lucky if it is just one thing or it's 10 things you have to do. So, I mean, it is going, it is working. There are ups and downs, it's back and forth. There are good days, there are bad days, and there are days that no matter what, I still am working at it and I'm still getting the job done. So I am happy with that. Just not happy with the fact that I've got so much and I'm trying to fit it in such a small little spot. So even though I did that great yarn purge of 2023, it was not enough. I did not get rid of enough stuff. And I have not, there's just some things I haven't done, and it weighs on me after a little bit. So, this and this is going down to my husband's computer. Okay? Be like, why is that? Because while I like to talk and I like to tell stories, when it's time to type up a listing for Etsy or eBay, I suck at it. I stare at a blank screen and I try to come up with words to describe my blankets so they can be sold. I'm horrible at it. My husband is really good at it, so he's been tasked with the job of describing all the blankets. Like, I can tell him how big they are, what kind of yarn was used and all, but when it comes to describing them, I can't do it. So, and then I'm going to try to sit these 3 bins just right there. This is the top of the landing of I have a stairwell. You know, my stairs don't go straight up and down. There's a set that goes down, there's a landing, and then it turns and it goes down again. So this is the top part upstairs, and I don't want too many bins there because I don't want the cats to fall over the railing and fall down the steps. So, and I know how Arlo loves to lay on top of the bins. I don't know, but so these are all the blankets that I've already done videos on. And I'm now out of walking space for my big old feet, so I don't know what I'm going to do now, so I need a day to figure it out. Hopefully I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.